Welcome back. My name is Lou Whelan. I publish the official relocation guides on Atlanta on behalf of the First Multiple Listing Service of Atlanta. And every week we interview community leaders, people who are contributing a great deal to our community. And today we are talking with Jeff Moon, who is the city manager for the great city of Woodstock. The population in Cherokee County, by the way, with a population of just under 25,000. And I think the city has a great deal of appeal to a popular demography called the millenniums, for a variety of reasons. And one is the concept of live, work, and play. How does that play out, you might say, in Woodstock for the millennium generation?
Well, we've seen a lot from the millennial generation move into downtown Woodstock, especially the walkability of downtown, access to our trails, the events, the special events. You referenced our concert series earlier, and other. We have the Wing and Rock Festival. There's a wine festival, and I think that it's just it's a safe environment. Quality schools as they start thinking about their own kids starting to attend school, and it's just a fun place to be. There's a lot to do. And they can do it without having to get in their car.
Do you find that do you have a particular appeal to the millennium generation, or to the kind of the seniors, or which segment of the population seems to be coming to the area in more than any others, would you say?
It seems to be across the board, Lou. We've got a number of empty nesters that have moved in our downtown for some of the same reasons. They like the walkability. Maybe the schools is not as big of an appeal to them because they're past that point in their life, but they like the restaurants, they like the events, they like the trails. So we've kind of seen it across the board. Certainly wouldn't classify it as a retirement community. Certainly wouldn't classify it as millennials only, but it's kind of cut across the spectrum.
The millenniums, I read recently, is maybe the fastest growing segment of the population besides these seniors. I mean, in terms of just general growth in terms of size, it's unbelievably fast growing, and they do have discretionary money.
Yes, and they are interested in improvements in the community. They want to see walking trails. They want to be able to get out of their cars and walk and be safe and have events going on that add to the quality of life. And we've tried to really focus a lot of things to appeal to, that generation. And as I mentioned earlier, it also appeals to a lot of empty nesters that have moved into homes in downtown so they can walk wherever they want to go. But we work on trying to target things that allow people to live, work, and play in downtown, and that we've had some good success with that, and we continue to focus on that.
The one of the things that is kind of particularly interesting to me, is the fact that the city was kind of started as a railroad town. I think you mentioned that.
It did. It originally started as a railroad town, and we have running through the middle of downtown, of course, is a railroad track, and then we have up to 4 trains a day. So it's we're on the short line railroad, not the main line. So we don't have a lot of the traffic that a lot of towns do. For us, the maximum speed coming through downtown is 12 miles per hour. So it's nice and slow a few times a day, and it almost is becoming an attraction. I mean, I was there eating lunch downtown Sunday with my family. Train comes through, hundreds of people just stopping to watch. If we had 35 or 40 of them a day through our downtown, maybe not quite as much of the appeal, but it really adds to the ambiance in downtown. We've done a lot of things to try and not let the railroad track be a dividing point between both sides of downtown. We've installed a pedestrian crossing, and we're really trying to make it kind of the heart of the downtown community.
Where does that train go anyway? Where does it come from, and where does it go? Is it tell us a little bit about
it? It ties into the Norfolk Southern Yard in Marietta, and it goes all the way to Copper Hill, Tennessee, and the line ends there. If you've heard of the Blue Ridge Scenic Railway, this is the same company, and that's the same line. They have a freight line that primarily It services primarily up to Jasper, a little north of Jasper, and then the Blue Ridge line picks up, and it goes all the way to Copper Hill on the scenic part of it.
So where does it start?
In Marietta.
It starts in Marietta.
It starts in Marietta, right just about where the first exit off of where 575 merges into 75. If you look over to the right near the Cobb EMC major facility there, you can actually see the rail yard if you know what you're looking for there.
Okay. So you can take the train from downtown Marietta up to Blue Ridge?
No, it's freight only.
Oh, freight only.
Yeah, in Blue Ridge, the scenic railway picks up where you can go buy a ticket, get on the railway in Blue Ridge, and go all the way to Copper Hill and ride back.
Okay. So basically, but you do have a trolley downtown. You could pretty interesting.
We do. Our Downtown Development Authority has late last year, launched a trolley to serve downtown, to connect some of the various parking lots in downtown to the restaurants. We also have a brewery in downtown, and they connect to the brewery, Reformation Brewery. And so it's primarily designed to serve the downtown area, just interconnectivity in downtown. It will also go to the regional outlet mall.
Okay, the new regional outlet mall?
That's correct.
Up there off of 575.
Outlet Shops of Atlanta at Ridgewalk Parkway, yes.
So, wow, that's pretty nice. You can you get on the train, the trolley. How much is the trolley?
It's a free trolley.
Free trolley. And now do you have to have a reservation? Or
no, you don't. It runs a regular route.
So you just be there and on a regular basis?
That's correct.
How often does it complete the loop there?
It's within every hour, I believe, it completes the loop.
Okay.
You can go to our Downtown Development Authority's website, and they have information on the trolley and the routes that it runs.
So do you have many sightseers just going on that or not?
We've seen the brewery become an attraction, if you will, people coming to town just to go to the brewery, as well as the outlet malls. Our mountain bike trails are also becoming an attraction where people are coming to town just to ride the 15 miles of mountain bike trails that we have at Rote Mill Park. So we're starting to see, historically, Woodstock has not been a tourist-driven economy. I would say we're still not a tourist-driven economy, but we've seen that sector grow significantly in the last couple of years.
Well, especially to you. It looks like that's going to be looking at your long-term plan, it looks like a significant part of your program.
It does. We've adopted a long-range plan for 60-plus miles of trails and 15-plus miles of mountain bike trails, and as that develops and gains connectivity to Roswell and eventually to the Silver Comet Trail, we really think that's a lot of potential in the future for the tourism sector.
That is a long-term goal, to connect to the Silver Comet?
It is, and with additions that Cobb is making now, we're only a mile and a half away, and so with what Cobb has under construction. So we're in active conversations with folks from Cobb and the Town Center CID to try and make that last mile and a half connection. And then really, if you could, get in your bike in downtown Woodstock and ride all the way to the Silver Comet Trail and back, we think that's a pretty good selling point.
Go to Alabama.
You could go to Alabama, and I'm from Alabama, so I've been accused of trying to make a connection to my home state, but that's not the driving force behind it.
You can get on a bicycle and ride all the way home in Alabama.
That's
pretty
correct.
Cool.
That's correct.
And stay tuned. We'll be right back. You're listening to a profile of the great city of Woodstock.